Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about ladder from third-person shooter kit. So here in features level you can see there are examples in the traversal mechanics section of the ladder already. So there are already set up here, and but I will show you how to set up one from scratch on an empty level. Okay, so let's get started. So file, new level, and choose basic and save. And yeah, let's go and place actor called ladder. It's called procedural ladder. It means like it can be at any height. Okay, so here it is, and it's already working. We enter this by pressing C, right? And going up and down with WS, and releasing on C, and sliding down while going down, and press Shift, which is this. Okay, so these are the controls. Okay, what we could set up here is it's mainly the height. It's most important. So here you should see, maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. You should see rank amount. Here it is, number of ranks. So we can make it higher, right, or shorter. 15 or 10. So that'd be like a shorter ladder. Okay, so that's most important property. Here you can see this green meshes. So these are quite important to have them not overlap any geometry. This green thing means character will be aligned to this point and then play animation of entering ladder or leaving ladder. So these are important. So the blue one is like a living point. It will be aligned to this point, and green one is entering. So as you can see, we can enter from top, left, right, bottom, right? So this is pretty cool. So let's add some geometry to support that. So shapes, cube. Let me make some platforms. There it is. So you want to have this not overlapping like this. It needs to be aligned with the with this green helper, right? So it will work properly. Here it is. There you go. It's quite small ladder though. So here, as you can see, I'm on the top, and I can leave from left, right, or from the top of the ladder on the front. There are these arrows. You can disable them if you want. I'll show in a moment how. And when I press left, I'll leave left. When I press right, I leave right. Okay. If I want to enter again, I press I press C, but you need to be aligned to a certain degree, which is also a property I can show you to enter it, like so, right? And the cool part is let's make it higher, and you can make as many of these exit enter points as you want. So let's make a number of ranks like 25, let's say. And here, as you can see, the living area is like the default one. The left and right are aligned with the top, right? So for example, you want to have this different way, like lower. So we can align this, and we can add additional top side, left side or right side living area here with these pluses. And here we can say how, well, you have a tooltip for this also, how high it's supposed to be, right? So if I go -5, as you can see, it's working real time, it will go 5 ranks down from the top, right? So, well, let's go here. I think it is -15, right? And same for the left one, which is plus here, and also -15. There you go. And now we can leave from left and right. And if you want to disable this, guys, you can just leave ladder leave top side availability. You can just uncheck this, right? Which is left and right. So it disappears. And yeah, you can add multiple of these enter leave areas as you want from one side or the other side. So for example, this one will be -10, a little bit, maybe -5, a little bit higher. So I'll add the mesh over here, like so. So here now, it will, you can leave here on this side, and also when you approach this area, you can leave on another platform. So you can make like a floors, as many floors of this as you want. So in this case, if you don't want to have the top area available, just uncheck this, and there you go. For example, if you have a case when you want to have a ladder that is only available on the sides, for example. What's interesting, I can also show you, because it was the question, like the area of the entrance. It's that you can increase it. So just select the bottom, enter low trigger volume, and here you can change the box extent to be to be bigger, or you can scale it if you want this to be bigger. So I think, let's see the collision. I think you can enter from this, well, there's more to it, from this point, because you also need to, same like with cover, you also need to have aligned angle. All right, so these arrows, if you want to disable them, show leave ladder availability arrows, right? So you can set them to false, and you don't see them anymore. So it's like a helper. Okay, so it's up to you. Down, or what else? And now I think, so if you want to change the area of the entrance, leave this trigger areas, you can open the blueprint and change it in, there it is, and change it in in the blueprint itself over here to change the extent or the scale. Same with these ones. And if you go to content browser, there are ladder top living area. It's a separate blueprint, so these are the areas that are spawned dynamically, and you can, whoops, I lost it. You can change the size of the trigger volume as you want. Okay, as of animation, there are in anim data, in mannequin anim data player, in ladder climb section. Here you have ladder climbing with root motion. That's the main one that involves the climbing. It's for climbing because it's based on root motion, and you have getting into ladder, sliding down, and all of this. and so you can swap the animations if you want. In player itself, there are also settings for ladder. So you have a ladder debug info. So you have we can see that in a moment, and also here quite important maybe you can change the speed of the movement. How fast it's supposed to climb, right? And the jump offsets. So when player will jump out of the ladder, maybe I didn't show it yet. So how far it's supposed to jump. So that's a strength of it. And height tolerance, as I think self-explanatory. What's the difference between player and the ladder in terms of like in Z axis when it's supposed to be accessible. So within 49.26 it is fine. Okay, so let's maybe make it like 2.5. Okay. Oh yeah. No wonder why it didn't work. I didn't enable possess, so it was default player. All right. So you can see there is this trace also checks. Can see it again. When I start to use ladder, there is a check trace towards the ladder to check where if it's in correct angle. Well, okay. Okay, so that's super fast. And here with this all red and blue signs, it's like it's showing where next come off on the when next leaf area is available, or is it around this area? Okay, so that's how you can change the speed. You can also start climbing from the jump, and you can, of course, jump off the ladder with space. And yeah, so that's, I think, from main settings. And let's see if there is something. I'll go through the settings now for the ladder blueprint itself. This could be this one attachment ladder Z threshold is like, it could be hard to explain a bit, which means it will, when you jump on the ladder, it will attach to the rank that is lower to the character, right? So in this way it won't snap up, right? So this is like a you have a tooltip here. This is like a offset thing, so it won't snap to the rank that is higher, but it is to the lower by 10 units. So it won't look like that character defies gravity. Okay, next option is ladder angle range. So player needs to be aligned to the ladder itself to enter. Bottom use start locations x-axis. So it is useful. Let's change it. You can see it in the real time. As you can see, the green thing moved from the ladder. It is useful when you have different animation and that player, like for example, jumps onto where you have animation when character jumps onto the ladder and you want to start from bigger offset. So pretty much this player will be aligned to this green thing, to this helper. So you can change the distance of this. Top start use location offset axis exactly the same, but for the top one, right? So as you can see, there is this and this for a top one is the blue helper, right? That indicates where character will be aligned to. Use angle check for top use. So as you could see before, we're checking if characters align properly, if ladder it is in front of the player, and if it's not, it will play roles since it is on the same button, on the same key. And we have it disabled for the top. The reason is like it will be much easier. Actually, so now it is enabled. Maybe that could be. So I think, for example, when I do this kind of thing, I think it will. Well, okay, it matched. Oh yeah, I moved the offset, so as you can see, it's already misaligned. But for example, if you want to get on the ladder with, standing behind, it will do the roll because this check is enabled, right? So that's the angle check is enabled. But if you turn it off, you can press C and it will not turn. You won't have to be turned because it goes with backwards. The backwards position, right? Let's test it again with the proper offset. Right, so I'm pressing C. As you can see, it's already. It doesn't have to turn, but you can also go in from front, and it will turn automatically and go backwards. All right, and what else? Can use from bottom, for example, it is in the middle of the building. If you uncheck it, it will, you can see it disappears. The trigger disappears. I think it's self-explanatory. Same for the from the front. Top front. Can use from top front. I don't know why it's not disappearing, but let's see. Maybe there is a bug. Oh damn it! Yeah, so we have to. I need to put the debug commands here, and it will be faster. Yeah, so let me get again. So as you can see, you can't. Nothing will happen when you press C here. You can't use it from the top. And the difference is, looks like the trigger is still visible. So that's I expected that the trigger will disappear, but maybe it wasn't possible. But it works the same as a top left, top right. If you, I don't know if you can see the triggers, the arrows. Right, they're disappearing, so you can see you can't use them. All right, so use force ladder on top leaving. It means if you go up, it will automatically. If you try to go up, it will automatically force you into a certain direction if you're on the top, right? So let's say on the top other side, let's open up the right side, and I will make a okay. So now I'll select the ladder again and use force on top leaving, and here we can decide from which direction it's supposed to go. So I think when I will press now, I will hold up. It should go to the right side. It should lead with the right side, as you can see, automatically, right? So it's more like a controls things design if you need this kind of thing. All right, the leave side availability, I think I covered that. Additional left, right living areas, covered that. Top side offset. So if, for example, if you want the same like with these settings, let's go with the left one. So left one is available over here. So if you go, it's an offset how high the leaf area is supposed to be, how many ranks. So you can see if I put like -2, it is lower, and stuff like that. So you can adjust on what height the leaf area, the default leaf area for the site will be set to. So yeah, so that's about it. And now let's go to the procedural mesh settings. And yeah, rank step offset. So it's pretty much how high is the each rank. You put it like 50. It means it will for each rank it will be 50 units. But as you can see, so it makes automatically the gap for each. But of course the mesh is not that high, right? The mesh is not height is not 50. So it is 29, 35. So if you have your own meshes, you can tweak it here. Additional off mesh from starting mesh, that's the case if you have something maybe on the ground, you can start the ladder higher, right? Maybe some kind of I don't know, depending on the mesh, maybe some kind of floor here, some slope, so you can make the offset. Add surrounding mesh, it is like a additional mesh cage thing, right? More visual thing, and also it will block player to jump on it or leave the ladder, jump out, and so we can enable that. Number of ranks, I think I covered. Surrounding meshes offset, so how high it's supposed to be. It will be higher, 500, it is higher, and stuff like that. Number of rank of surrounding meshes, right? So for how many ranks we want this, or like 25, so it will be quite long, and the offset we could press to 0, right? So it will be throughout the whole ladder, but of course it doesn't make sense in this case. So let's put like 12 and offset, I don't know, 250. Oh no, not this one. Surrounding mesh offset is over here. All right, and yeah, top trigger additional Z offset. So that's the case. Let's align this. Let's see. So that's the case if you have mesh that is longer, that has different height. You can adjust the trigger here if it's to align it better with your mesh, right, with your animation. All right, material. I think it's self-explanatory. You can change material for the ladder, and yeah, and the material function, material instance is quite robust, so we can change the colors easily if you want, and yeah, so it's blue now. Yeah, and the models, and these are the models that are procedurally generated, repeated, right? So each one is starting mesh. I think it's just single rank. So you can if you have your own ladder that is split into the single meshes like here, you can replace it over here. And this is the meshes for ranks. So one is A and B, so it will be interchangeably used. So first A and then B and then A and stuff like that. You can change it here to, I don't know, to whatever you want. Let's put it like yeah. So of course that one don't work, but I'm showing you the the tool, right? So here you change the meshes to yours if you want. And same with the ending, which is this one. You can also make it clear. There'll be nothing. If you have animation that doesn't fit this this rounded metal here. And yeah, that's I think all the settings you could do with the ladder. And yeah, that's about it. So good luck. And if you have any questions, you can write up on Discord.